Alright Bibies, and welcome to my channel. In today's video we are testing out a new Makeup Revolution chocolatey palette, and it's of course the latest one, the Mint Chalk. I'm actually very excited because you guys requested this video. I put out a poll on my Instagram. If you guys do not follow me there, it's almost a Carmi MUA. And yeah, lately I've been actually very enjoying putting out polls because that really helps me to like choose things like what I'm gonna wear, also what makeup should I do and what video should I do. So you guys are definitely helping me out. Thank you so much, babies. But enough of rambling, let's have a look. So when you get the palette, it comes with this packaging over here. It has a big front window that you can see what you are getting. It's very minty, it's very chocolatey, it's very pretty. But this one is the paletas. Look how cute. I actually really like the design of the chocolate palette because I love the fact you can see like kind of like the chocolate squares and then it melts down. It makes it look very unique, but every single palette is the same. So just kind of like when you have your collection and they're all next to each other, it looks slick. So this one is the paletas, and when I open it, you get first thing first, one of my favorite things, there is the shade name, because you guys know I love to know what color I'm gonna put it on. It's one of my favorite things, also because doing like tutorials and everything, it makes it a lot more easier. Instead of being like, I'm gonna use this and this, like I can tell you the name much easier. Also it comes with this brush over here. Do you guys know they are very good? I always actually use them to press on shadow. For example, if I do like an aloe eye, even on the inner corner, they're great to actually wet. So don't throw them away. You of course need a blending brush, maybe a couple, to make this palette work, but their shadows are gorge. And here we have the palette, and I'm gonna give you some close-up as well. And what I really enjoy about this palette is the great combination of shadows. You get some matte, you get some shimmer. There are definitely a couple of them, they are definitely a good standout for me. Like the gold one is gorgeous. You also get a couple of shades for transition. You get a little bit of a red. Of course, you get my favorites. They are the greens, like Poison Ivy is gorgeous, and Commotion is absolutely stunning. So overall you do get an amazing kind of like variety, and yeah, so I think we should just slap it onto our face. So if you guys want to see how this palette perform, what kind of look we are creating, please keep on watching. So the first shade I'm going to use is Interrupted. There is kind of like a beigey matte shade. I'm taking one of my fluffy unicorn brushes, and what I'm going to do, I am going to start into my crease. That is going to really help for colors later to like blend easily, and also transition shade as well. They actually really help to frame your eyes so that you can really know how far you want to go. They tend to be very natural skin, so you can always mix it up a little bit and get a little bit cray on one side, but they blend very nicely. And if you do make a mistake, they're much easier to correct. Like starting with the darkest color into a palette is always very risky. Like imagine if you start with a black and it doesn't really match. It's very hard and it's a nightmare. So I'm taking this one at the end of my eye, and then nice and fluffy we are blending into our crease. So next we're gonna go in with another blending brush, and this one is a little bit smaller, and of course we're gonna dip in into the green. It's a matte green called Poison Ivy. I'm gonna take just a little bit and start to apply at the edges of my eyes, and you guys can see this shade is definitely pigmented, but having for example the first transition shade down is really gonna help to blend. Instead of looking patchy, it's really gonna help and make a really nice transition. So let's go and blend. And as you guys get to see, like look how nice it's blending very quickly. That is a good trick. So let's go and blend this one over here. So next we're gonna go in with another shadow brush from the Unicorn collection, and this shade over here called Rival. There is the shimmery green, but it's the lighter one. So I'm just gonna literally press this one at the center of my eye. Again, I'm using this shadow dry, and I'm probably gonna do the gold one wet, but so far is looking very good. And again, be slightly a little bit more careful because they are darker shades and you don't want fallouts, but normally I really don't get fallouts with the chocolate palette. You have to be a bit careful, but you should be fine. So let's just add a little bit onto this other side and let's see what happens. I do have to say, I am liking this green look so far, so let's just keep on going with the greens. And I am taking a smaller brush and the shade Commotion. There is the last green of the palette. And let me tell you, lately I've been very enjoying like shimmery, kind of like a bit metallic shades on my lower lash line. I don't know why, I always kind of like was a bit afraid, but they are looking quite nice. So I am taking just a little bit and dot it underneath and kind of like blend it as I go. So just taking a little bit and just smidger it and smidger is a new word of the day, and blend it as I'm going. And you guys get to see straight away the three different shadows. They are all three greens, but they are looking different, so I do like that. So I'm gonna do a little bit more, and then we're definitely gonna go in with a gold. So far so green, so it's time to add a little bit of gold. So I'm taking a small brush. As I said, I'm gonna wet it a little bit. I'm using the Amazing Pro Fixing Spray, and the shade is the Disturbance, so it's the gold one. Let's just take a little bit, and ooh, it's looking very pretty. And I am gonna press it onto my eyes on the inner corner and kind of like go on top of the first green that we see. And look, oh nice. So let me go and build this one up, but so far I think we've done a good choice. We are doing well. And for last shadow, I'm gonna go with the shade Sugar Coated. There is the largest one in the shimmery one, and I'm gonna take just a little bit on my inner corner. Ooh, look how nice is that. I really like this. So I'm taking just a little bit in here, and then we're gonna do just a little bit, a couple of dots underneath the brow bone. Ooh, and then I'm gonna take like a blending brush to blend everything. And here we have a Bibies, so the look is complete. And I do have to say, putting on this liner and lashes from LA Splash really kind of completed the look. And these new lashes in the style Saucy are so pretty. And yeah, so I like it quite a lot. But now let's talk about this palette, the main palette. I do have to say, I am liking this one over here. Now, I know there is a lot of kind of like comments around that say that this one is a dupe for the Anastasia Subculture palette, and I do want to say that yes, they do look fairly similar. There is literally no denying that. I'll be literally blind, but I've never personally tried any Anastasia product, and I will leave it here, the picture. You can see they are very similar, but I really don't know the formula of the Anastasia. I have never tried it, so I can't tell you which is better, which is worse. I can see from the fact that this palette over here works well. It's probably retail between £7.99 to £8, when the Anastasia one is 41. You get 14 shadows on one, in this one you get 16. But I can't tell you if this is better or worse because I actually never tried it. So let's just talk about this one over here. I like it. I do have to say though, this shadow over here, the green one, does need a little bit of building up. So the first time you're actually using it, you will see that kind of like it blends and it kind of gets a little bit lighter. But you can definitely press it on top and you do get the rich green pigment. But overall, this palette is definitely a good thumbs up. But talking about thumbs up, if you guys like me and if you guys like my video, please give me a thumbs up. You say subscribe and you leave me comments down below. If there are more palettes you want me to test out, please let me know. I love seeing your feedbacks. It makes me super happy. And if you can, please share this video. Let me help your Carmi over here to reach its goal of the year to get to 10,000 Bibies. We are so close. We are literally almost at 8,000 as I'm filming this video, and that really makes me happy. And you guys know, without you, this channel will be completely dead. So thank you for sticking around, and always remember, like if you like, hate if you hate, and until next time, you're welcome.